Hey, this is Jimbo from RD Physics, and it's another beautiful day here in California. We're having a look at the RD Physics Honda Monkey project bike. I'm going to show you 8 mods to make the Honda Monkey more fun, but no power mods. Now, when you buy a Honda Monkey, you're not really buying it to go fast, are you? So the first thing you notice when you ride it, that it's lacking power. But doing power mods is quite futile. You can drop thousands and thousands of dollars on power mods and it'll still make less than all the water-cooled 125cc bikes out there. So it's a futile attempt, and if you really want to go fast, I mean, with the money that we've spent on this bike, we could have bought a 600cc super bike and go much faster, obviously. So that's not the reason why you buy a Honda Monkey. The reason you buy a Honda Monkey is because it's fun. Mod number 1, Yoshimura exhaust. Now I just said no power mods, but actually the exhaust alone will add 0 power. What it will do, however, is give you those motorsport sounds that you want. The stock exhaust is so quiet that you can hardly tell if you're in 3rd or 4th gear. And we put the dB killer inside there because we felt that we were disturbing the neighbors, but it still has a nice sporty sound. Number 2, speaking of RPMs, here's a Takegawa tack. It's a nice analog tack, goes all the way to 12,500 RPM. It has also a display here that can show various things, but we have the oil temperature hooked up to that, which is quite convenient. Now, in order to mount the oil temperature sensor, you need to swap the oil drain plug to a one that has holes and a set screw for it. Number 3, Öhlins shocks, rear shocks, adjustable, comes with 2 sets of springs. If you're below 80 kilograms, definitely go for the softer springs. We also have the Öhlins front fork internals here, comes with rebound damping as well. And putting on the Öhlins set really makes it sturdier, removes the nosedive, and basically makes it ready for track use. Speaking of track use, here's an RD Physics product. This is a transponder holder that goes on to the fuel tank surround here, and you can attach then your transponder when you're on the track. The next 3 mods are rear sets, seat, and handlebars. Now it turns out that the designers at Honda do know what they're doing, so the stock riding position is quite well thought out. If you change any one of these, the rear sets, seat, or handlebar, you're gonna mess that up, so you need to change all 3. So what we have here is overnight parts from Japan. This is a babyface rear set with reverse shift pattern, so a GP style shift pattern. Really nice product. And we also added the shift spindle support by Hard Racing. Next up is the Derazer tracker seat. It's much narrower. Let me show you here. So it's much narrower than the stock seat. It's also much thinner instead of the stock cushion. But what that means is with the rear sets higher up than stock and the seat being thinner than stock, you're gonna be really cramped. I'm 6 foot tall and it's too small of a bike. So RD Physics has these seat raiser blocks here, 3D printed from nylon, designed to absorb vibration. Over here is a seat raiser block made from flexible material, and that'll actually allow you to not only raise the seat but change the tilt. So when we have the rear set further back than stock, so you want your ass further back than stock as well. But if you see, this seat has a rising contour towards the rear, so if you want to sit in the rear, you'll be sliding forward unless you tilt the seat back a little bit, and that's what we did here. With your feet much narrower than stock, you're gonna have issues with the stock side cover. Especially if you're wearing boots, your legs are gonna hit the side cover and you won't be able to get your feet as close to the frame as you would like. That's why we made this new side cover. So it's as shallow as can be. There are no tools inside. It goes as deep into the frame as is possible. And we can custom make this for you. This one is 3D printed. Just pushes into the stock mounting holes. And then we have the handlebars. So these are Composimo Cafe Barz. You can mount them on the top side or the bottom side. We found that on the bottom side there's too much weight on the hands, so we have them on the top side. And the riding position is much more leaning forward, and that'll give you the sense of speed that you are looking for in a Honda Monkey. As far as the handlebar goes, we also swapped the throttle tube to a faster one, 25% shorter range of motion. Could be even faster because you're basically wide open throttle all the time with this thing. And when we changed the throttle tube, we found that removing the stock grips is difficult, so we bought new grips. Domino, they're okay. Also we have ASV clutch and brake levers. Especially the clutch lever could be a little shorter for two-finger operation. One mod to avoid: grip pads. Even with the mods we've made, you still won't be able to get your knees close enough to really grip the tank with them. So these are kind of useless, more cosmetic than anything else. But speaking of cosmetic, this is a Takegawa product, but it's giving off some black residue. I don't know what that is, so we'll probably take this off. We also did the fender drop. Now that won't make your Honda Monkey more fun, but it'll prevent the front tire from throwing water at you when you're riding in the wet, and I think it looks a little bit better.